Hi, I'm Rich Harris and welcome back to my barbecue series with Video Jar. In this episode, I'm showing you my ultimate barbecue burger. There's so many really complicated burger recipes out there and they really don't need to be. For me, the best thing to do is just take great quality beef, season it well, and that's it. All of your other flavours come from what goes with it, all your accompaniments and bits and pieces on the side. I've got this beef from my butcher and it's a great coarse minced beef. There's loads of fat in there, so that's going to add loads of flavour and loads of texture as well from the coarse beef. And I've got a mixture of a few different types of beef in here. So I've got chuck steak, sirloin and some beef shin as well. So there's good texture and really good flavour. But just speak to your butcher and he'll know what to do and he'll be able to mince you some really good beef for your burgers. Now, plenty of black pepper and then quite a bit of salt. Now it seems like a lot, but you need to work the seasoning into the beef before you cook it and before they chill. Now get your hands in there and give everything a good squish together. Don't press too hard. If you press too hard, what's going to happen is you're going to force the meat together and end up with a really dense burger. So you want to just push it together just enough to work that seasoning into the meat. Take your beef and just roughly divide it into 4 balls. Cup your hands around the beef and roll it into a tight ball. If you find it a bit sticky, just dip your hands in a bit of water. Once you've shaped your burger and you're happy with it, just carry on with the rest of the meat. A lot of people think you need egg to bind it or breadcrumbs to sort of bulk out the burgers, but you really don't need to. If you use good quality beef and just work to shape it together, they'll hold together much better than if you start adding things. If you add egg, what's going to happen is as the egg cooks out and gets dry, the burger's going to fall apart. And breadcrumbs tend to dry out the meat and suck out all the fat into there, so you end up with quite a dry burger. So I think for the best burgers, just keep it simple, use good beef, bit of seasoning and nothing else. And for a full list of ingredients, check out the description box. Right, once your burgers are shaped, chuck them in the fridge for a good half an hour to an hour. But if you're preparing for your barbecue the next day, make them the night before, wrap them in cling film and they'll sit quite happily in the fridge. So while the burgers are chilling in the fridge, it's time to do the onions. Just take some red onions, top and tail them, and then just finely slice. I'm in my garden, so natural compost. Right, so scoop up the onions, chuck them in a bowl, and pour over some sherry vinegar and a good pinch of salt. Give them a bit of a stir around, and that vinegar is going to coat those onions, soften them up. The salt's going to draw out all the liquid and you end up with really soft, sweet onions, which are going to go really, really well with the burger. And then you need to leave these for a good half an hour to an hour and they're going to go really soft and sweet. So it's going to make a quick sauce, and this is my barbecue burger sauce I always use, and you can keep it in the fridge, it lasts ages. So it's got mayonnaise, tomato ketchup, gotta have a bit of ketchup with your burger, bit of American mustard, and then just to accentuate those smoky flavours of the burger, some smoked paprika. And just stir all those together until they're smooth. And for a full list of ingredients, check out the description box. Okay, our burgers have been in the fridge for about an hour now, so just a little bit extra salt and pepper on top. It's going to give it that lovely crust that you want from your burger. And that's it, straight on the grill. Once the burgers are on the grill, just leave them to do their thing for a bit. If you start trying to move them now, they're going to stick to the grills, they're going to tear and they'll start to fall apart. When they're ready to be turned over, they will just lift and turn really easily. So we'll just give them a minute and then we'll see how they get on. And you want to turn them 2 or 3 times during cooking as well, because you want to make sure they cook nice and evenly and they don't burn on the outside. The worst thing is to have a raw burger in the middle and burnt on the outside. Just carefully turn the burgers over. Beautiful, that's what you're looking for. Golden brown, a couple of little char marks, and they're not black and burnt. So just carefully flip them over. Keep an eye on your burgers and turn them 2 or 3 times during cooking until they're just cooked through. Right, so when your burgers are pretty much cooked through, just give them one final turn, and then this is where we can start to build the flavours. So I've got some jalapeno peppers, and just put a couple of jalapenos on top. If you don't like it spicy, you can leave these out. And then top each one with a slice of cheese. Just lay it over the top. And that will start to melt around over the burger. And you want to kind of encase your burger in cheese. Now just for the last bit, stick the lid on. So leave the lid on for about 30 seconds and that's just going to melt the cheese into the burger and bring it all together. Ready for the big reveal? Look at those guys, beautiful. Scoop them up, stick them on a plate. Give them a good 3 or 4 minutes resting and they'll be really, really juicy. So I'm using some good crusty rolls here. You could use brioche rolls. And then take a bit of softened butter, spread it really generously over the inside of your burger baps. Take your buns, buttered side down, straight onto the grill. And they only need 30 seconds. Right, so just until they're nice and golden like that, straight off the grill. Beautiful. All that's left to do now is build the burgers. So, we've got our sauce we made earlier. Take the bottom half of your bun, good dollop of sauce on top, then a couple of leaves of lettuce, a couple of gherkins, one of our lovely burgers, and then just a few of these lovely pickled red onions. They go add a great crunch to the whole thing. And then with any good burger, just give it a squish. Stick in it to hold it all together. So there we have it, my ultimate barbecue burger. And the only thing that can go with this is an ice cold beer. So there we go, that's the end of this series. I hope you've enjoyed all the barbecue recipes and I look forward to seeing you again soon. All that's left to do now is feed the crew. There you go guys, tuck in, have a burger. Do you like my pinny? Look like a princess.